this video, we'll be seeing how to create a payment link in Razorpay. We'll be using the SDK provided by Razorpay to do this, and you can see we'll be following the documentation. I will show you a demo of what we are going to do. Here we can see a short URL which is generated with the Razorpay SDK. Now we can try accessing this URL. You can see the payment link has opened here, and we can enter a number and continue, and you can see the payment options are available here. You can scan and pay, or you can use the UPI. You can enter your UPI ID here and continue. You can also use card payments, net banking, wallets, pay later, etc. So these options vary according to each account. You can use the options and make your payment. So this is what we are going to do in this video. First of all, you can go to the link on the description. I'll give this link on the description, and you can go to this link. This is the documentation on Razorpay, and we'll be implementing this. So here we can see that we have to send a post request, and if you come here on the curl section, you can see this is the API URL, and you can send a post request to this, and you have to pass the amount which is required, and the payment link will be generated, and you can see the response as well here. If you go to the success part, you can see here the response, and this is the response that we are getting, and this short URL is the URL for payment. Okay, we will see that. So first of all, we have to send a post request to this URL, and here you can select whichever language you are going to choose. So right now we can go with PHP, and here you can see it is having a class. So we have to install the Razorpay SDK. For that, we can go to this link. I will keep this on the description as well. And here we can see Composer require Razorpay and the version. So in order to run this, you need Composer installed. So you can install Composer by going to getcomposer.org. You can check the link on the description. I'll give this link also on the description. You can go to this link and download Composer. Come here and you can download it from here. Okay, simply download this. You also need to install SAMP. So first you have to install SAMP, then install Composer, because you need PHP to run PHP. Okay, so for that you can install SAMP, then install Composer, then you can come here and install this. So hope you have installed SAMP and Composer on your device. After that, you can run this command. You have to add PHP to your path as well. Okay, so while installing Composer, it will ask you to add PHP to your path. So you can add the PHP to your path, so you can access this PHP from your terminal. So now we can run this. So copy this. So here we can see that I have opened a folder inside the IDE. You can use any IDE of your preference. Now let's open the terminal, and we can see I am inside the exact folder. So you have to navigate to this folder using CD, and now we can run this command here. Since I'm having Composer installed, this will run fine. Now we can minimize this one, and if you come here, you can see we are having a vendor folder, and we are having composer.json and composer.log. And inside .json, we can see Razorpay is added. Okay, so now we can create a file here. Let's name it index.php, and here we can start the PHP, and we can require the vendor/autoload.php, which is inside this vendor folder. We can see autoload.php. So you have to require this. Okay, and after that, we can go to the documentation. Here, when you select PHP, you can see that we are creating an object for API. So we can copy this from here. So let's copy this, and we can paste it here. So now we can see here we are having a class here. Now we have to import the classes. If you are using PHP Storm, you can simply click here and type Alt-Enter and import the class. You simply have to add use Razorpay/API/API. Add this line on the top, and after that you can see we need the API key and secret. So let's create a variable for them. Now we can access the key and secret from the Razorpay dashboard. So now I have logged into Razorpay dashboard. Now we can go to the account and settings, and here we can go to API keys. You can see that I have already created one. Let's regenerate the key. I'm deactivating the old one and creating one. Okay, now we have to copy these two. You have to make sure you copy both. You have to store this somewhere safe. If you want to download it, you can download it as well. And you can come to the IDE. And now we can paste the secret here, and we are generating the object for API, and then we are creating the link here. Okay, so we can call API of payment link and create. So you only need to pass the amount which is required. All the other things are not required. So let's remove all those. So now we'll be getting the payment link here. So we can accept this to some variable. Okay, let's get that to a variable. And then we can echo $pay of short URL. So if you're wondering from where I get this short URL, we can go to the documentation, go to the success and failure. You can see this response part. And here you can see short URL. So let's check that. Here on the response, you can see the short URL. See? So this is what we are using. And you can also get the payment ID and all those things. So we can get those. So now we can try running the code. So we can try running it. Let's on this Chrome. In my IDE, the PHP is properly configured. So I can directly run this by clicking the browser icon. See? So we can try accessing this link. And here you can see the payment link is created properly. And since we are not passing any customer details, it is asking you to enter the details. So now we can try passing some details. So if you want to know what all details you can pass, you can come to this documentation and scroll down. You can pass currency. You can check the supported currencies here. Okay. And you can also enable partial payments. Okay. You can set it to true or false. And you can refer that examples here. Okay. You can set accept partial payment and set it to true. And that will enable the partial payment option. And you can also set a minimum amount for the first partial payment. Here, we can also set the UPI link to true. If you want to generate a link for UPI payments alone, you can use this and set this UPI link to true. And it will create a link. If you're opening this link inside your mobile, it will show all the list of the UPI apps that you have installed on your device. So you can set that. And the description of the payment, you can set that also. Reference ID and all these details. You can set the customer details. Okay, this is an array. You can pass it as an array. If you check this, you can see array. And inside that, you can pass the name, email, and the contact details. Okay, so we can try that. So for now, we can copy this again. Okay, and we can paste that here. Okay, so let's arrange this code. So now I have arranged the array properly, so you can view this properly. And here we can see we are passing the amount. Inside the create, we are passing this as an array. It's a single array. You can see we are starting here and ending here. Okay, we are passing a single array to the create function, and you can pass the amount, currency, and the partial payment thing that I discussed earlier. You can pass the details of the payment, description of the payment, then the customer. Here we can pass the name of the customer, email, and contact number. And this is the notification option. You can set the SMS and the email notification to true, and also even set the reminder to true. So it will automatically remind the customers. You can also set the callback URL, which will redirect the users to this page after the payment. Okay, so whichever URL you are going to give here, the users will be redirected to this after the payment. Okay, and you can also set the method here. So if you are passing this as a get method, you can pass the parameters as well. So here we can remove this nodes for now, and let's remove this partial payment option. So we are passing amount, currency, description, customer details, and we can set this as well. Okay, these details. Now we can try running this. Okay, so after refreshing, you can see that the link has changed. We are only printing the link. That's why it is showing only the short URL. So let's access this right now. Now you can see the payment option is showing. We can go to the Razorpay dashboard and check this. So let's go to payment links, and here we can see the links. See, this is the link that we created right now. So if you check this link, you can copy this from here and you can search it here. See, this is the link that we generated right now. And you can also check these previous items that we created. So this one was created without the customer details. And you can see now we are not having the customer details here. and all the other links that we created right now. If you try to refresh this page and you can see a new link is created, you can come back to Razorpay and refresh Razorpay dashboard. After refreshing, you can see the link updated here. So this was the link. You can see that here. See? So that's it. So this is how you can generate a payment link using Razorpay. So the process is almost the same for any other language as well. If you're going for Python, in Python, there is a library for Razorpay. You can go use that and pass your key ID and secret. Just like we did on PHP, you can do the same. And we have to simply call this create method and pass all the details. That's it. All the process is almost the same. We are simply having some syntax difference. That's it. So on Node.js also, the process is exactly the same. You have to use Razorpay and call the create function and pass the details. That's it. And after getting this URL, you'll get this link on the short URL section. You can redirect the users to this link. So however you are going to use this, can implement that accordingly. So one of the example will be to add this to your WhatsApp checkout. So if you're going to use WhatsApp for checkout, you can send the payment link to your customers like this. Okay, that's one example. So hope you understand. So if you're having any doubt, you can leave a comment below and I will respond to them. Hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more such videos.